vowels have 4 different states. The first keyframe is the upstate. This is the state that you see when you're just looking at the file and haven't done anything, when you haven't moved your cursor. Once you get your cursor over the button, you have the overstate. This tells the viewer that something is happening. The user knows that now I'm over something that is active. The downstate is the way the button appears when the button is pushed on the mouse. So when you have depressed the mouse button, the down state is how it appears. And this should let people know that they have pressed down by maybe make it darker, make it smaller, make it move a little bit. If it has a 3D effect on it, kind of make that 3D effect work with perspective or something. Then the hit state. The hit state determines how big the area is that will be affected if you bring your mouse over it. So if you have a large down state or a large hit state, you have a large hit state. When you bring your cursor over that hit state, the button will change and you'll be able to tell. It'll have the overstate showing. And then when you click, the down state will appear because you are over the hit area.
Okay, now let's go ahead and make some buttons. And so first I'm going to open a new file. And I'm going to make sure it's an ActionScript 3.0. I want it to be 640 by 480. Okay. And now I'm going to save this as buttons because I want to make sure I know what I have in here. And I'm going to have buttons in here. So there we go. I'm going to make this fit in the window. The first and easiest way to make a button would be to draw something and turn it into a button symbol. And this could be a very simple shape. You could go ahead and get the drawing tool, the oval tool, get a color that you like. Let's say that we want to use a green color because we're going green for our animation. And this looks like a good bright green color. Come out near the center somewhere. You're going to put it somewhere else, of course, eventually. But if you hold down Shift, click and drag, you can draw a circle. It has a black outline, which is fine if that's what you want for your button. So we'll go ahead and get our selection tool, select it, and press F8 to create a symbol. Now you can do it right here. Convert to symbol, button, registration in the center. That makes it easier to line everything up. Okay. Now, if we go into this button, right now it's just a shape. And here, you see you've got your states. You've got the states down here on the timeline. And right now it has one state, the upstate. This is the state that the person who is playing your game or using your file or looking at your website sees right there when nothing else has happened. Now, the overstate is the way it will look when someone mouses over the button. The downstate is the way that the user can tell they have actually depressed the button. And the hit area is the space that is active. So when you bring your cursor over that area, you will be able to activate the button. Easiest way to get the different states for a button, go to the hit F5. So now there's a layer there. Go to the next space, F6, next space, F6, next space, F6. Now, all the states look exactly the same. This doesn't help the person who's using it much. So you want to make sure to make them look different. The overstate, you want to make sure they know they are over an active area. And usually the best way to do that is to make the color brighter. So I'm going to make just the center color brighter. I'm going to come here and I'm going to say, what's a good bright color? Well, let's see, how about this one is diagonal to it and it's brighter. Now that is an active area, that is place that somebody can tell, oh yeah, I'm over the button. Down, usually you want the color to change again for the down state. You want to make sure people know that you're over the button, that you've clicked and something's about to happen. So you can have the button change color entirely. You can make it very dark. You can make it look darker, and even you could work with things like shading and try to make it look like it's been actually changed in position. These are all perfectly good ideas. So let's say we make it get darker. That one looks dangerous. I think I want this color is darker. So now it's darker. And let's go ahead and select the whole thing, okay? And let's make it just slightly smaller. So that would make it just a tad smaller, just to let people feel like there's some kind of perspective working there. So let's go 97%. See, that's just slightly smaller, not much. And then the hit state, the hit area, you know, this doesn't show. It doesn't matter what color it is. So I'm going to make it one whole color, and I'm going to make it a color that is different so I can tell that it's a different thing. So they're just red, and you can go under modify, shape, convert lines to fills, and now the outline is actually also a fill, so we can click on the red again, and it makes everything there red. So the whole thing is red now, okay? Now we can select that and actually make that bigger. And we want to make it bigger enough that it really makes a difference. So 110%, maybe even 120. Okay, now if you go ahead and turn on the onion skinning and look at this, it's going to be, there's that one. Let's deselect that one, that one, that one, and then the hit area. So the hit area covers all of them. It's quite big. Okay, so now let's Command Save to make sure that we saved it, and then go back out to Scene 1. Now here's the button, okay, and we don't have anything here happening, but what we can do is we can Command Return and just see if it acts like a button. So go over it and look, the color changes. Click on it. See? And you get just close to it and the color changes because you got the area there, the hit area. So that's how you would make a button directly.